Live. We are live. So, so we are live. Our topic today is about how long should you date? I can't wait to hear what y'all got to say about this because everybody has a different understanding of how long we should date. Okay. I don't know. I don't know. How long should you date? When is too long? I was talking to one of my good friends the other day, and he was like 3 months. This is like cutoff. 3 months is like it. What do y'all think about 3 months? Is 3 months a nice cutoff? I don't know. I, seriously, these topics that we are like talking about, I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I'm gonna give you like my best advice, but I am not good at taking the advice myself. Okay, because I will. In the past, I have been in relationships way too long. Not dating. Dating too long, relationships too long, everything too long. Okay, so so this is a judgment free zone because I do everything way too long. At least a year. What? Yo, one of my friends said legit 3 months. Every person is 3 months. 3 months. I'm trying to. Anybody watching the video after? We are still kind of playing with the platforms. I'm just trying to see. Can you see us on TikTok? Are we live on TikTok? Yeah, I don't know. I think dating should be fast. I think a year. Yeah, but what about dating before the relationship? Where okay, I know marriage is one thing. Marriage is like that's the next level, right? But what about dating before the exclusive relationship? How long do you date before you get exclusive? How about that? Real quick, Kat, can you see the TikTok? Is the TikTok live up? TikTok live. Or can y'all see us on TikTok? I can't see it. I can't see it from my side. Yeah, I don't know, y'all. I think everybody is different. I think people's compatibility in different parts of life are different, right? I think that we all get to the point of like interacting with each other and being like, all right, you know what? We're going to move a little faster with this one, slower with this one, right? But I agree with Kat. I think, honestly, when it comes to marriage, I would say a nice 2 years. We should do 2 years because people can hide entire mental illnesses in a year. Like it was this lady that she gets like a sort of trigger during the winter months. So imagine if you met her in March. You're thinking that you have an amazing woman, she's great with the kids, she's doing everything right. And then boom, she's changes. You're in love. You thinking this is the woman of your dreams. And then she gets triggered when October comes and now you don't even know who you're with anymore. So, what we doing? And greedy. Manzinga, what's going on? How long should we date? How long should you date? How long should you date before you take things to another level? How long we dating? What y'all saying? Yo, but I also agree not to waste your time too. We can't be dating the wrong person for a long time. We're not doing that either. No, we're not dating people for a long time, and they're wasting our time too. Because people will people will gaslight you and give you enough attention to keep you satisfied and waste your time. Okay, so even though we need to kind of stretch it out, we also need to cut it off when it's not serving us. I have a hard time doing that. I have a hard time cutting it off. I do. I do. I'll stay in something. Who else does that? Who else stays in situations longer than they should? Be real. We being real right now. Like in the past, I've stayed in relationships or in situationships way longer than I should. I can't be the only one who's done that. Like, come on. Come on. But I'm gonna get better. I'm gonna get better. When it's not working, I'm out. One of my very good friends said 3 months. I like that. I like 3 months. I like that. Not that I'm gonna be able to do it, but I like that though. Can you just tell me if you can see us on? Oh, we are live on TikTok. All right. I can't see it for whatever reason. Go on here. Yeah, y'all. I don't know. So, Kat, let me ask you: how long to just date before the exclusive relationship, not the marriage? How long between the time you meet to just being exclusive? Can that happen right away? Can that happen like day one, day two? Can we get exclusive right away? It depends. Let me ask you a better question. Should you date one at a time or date multiple people until somebody is the one? I agree. I was gonna say date one at a time. I want to date. I would love to date one at a time, right? I'm gonna just agree with that. I think we should. I think I would love to just date one at a time. I think that that's what people should do, because then you can really see if this is the person that you should be with. How else would you know if you're dating 50 people, 5 people? You can't give any person your real attention, so you don't know if you're dating the right person or not. I get that, but if you're giving, so how long do you stay on that one person then? That's the question. How long do you date that one person? If you're going to date one person at a time, how long do you give that to manifest into an exclusive relationship before you're out? Answer that. One at a time, one person at a time. We're going to date, but how much time do you give that person in that situation until you're out? What y'all think? I think you should know right away. Dang, move on in 2 weeks. Be out in 2 weeks. Let me tell you the thing about toxic people. We had the live the other day about toxic people, and what do we define toxic as? Toxic? Yeah, why waste time? I agree. But let's talk about toxic. What do toxic people do? They're nice enough to pull you back in to be mean. They're mean, then they're nice enough to pull you back in to be mean to you again. So a person can just keep that seesaw going if you allow it. How we going to work that out? How we going to work these things out, y'all? All right. Next question. How long should you be in a relationship before you get married? How long should we be in a relationship before we get married, yo? I say at least 2 years. Definitely one. Like you gotta give it 1 year. Did y'all see what happened with Khloe Kardashian and Lamar Odom? They got married in 30 days. She had no idea he was a crack on crack. I never forget on the Kardashian, she was like, crack, Lamar, like crack, like she couldn't believe it. She was done. She was like, crack, like, damn. She knew she couldn't contend with crack. Like, yeah, 30 days is sick. I agree. You could hide a whole addiction. He was on the LA basketball team. She had no idea she's about to lose tons of money, time, emotions. Half her mind was going to be gone. She had no idea all that was going to be forfeited. All she knew is, hey, he played for the Lakers. We winning games. I live in LA. I got the key to the city. I'm living my life. That's all she know. That she thinking she good, but you are the one married to that person. You are the one married to all those issues. When all that spotlight goes away, take time. Take time to get to know who you're dealing with and who you're marrying. It's not about people. Let me tell y'all something. People can own companies that bring in 20 million a year, and don't you know they could have taken a loss on that money? But all you know is, oh, he's the CEO of a company that's making 20 million a year. And everybody's in your ear. Oh, he rich, girl. Oh, this and that, girl. Do you know that you might not know the real deal? And you jump into a marriage with this person, and now you wipe out your whole. You could be doing very well. You might have a half a million in cash or something like that. But compared to the steep bills that this person that you're marrying has, he could wipe out your mini little fortune like that. Like it was peanuts. He could just wipe it out. He could be a gambler. You could be thinking you married the love of your life, and that person could be a legit gambler. You keep looking at your account. Matter of fact, you took your eyes off your account for 1 week. Damn. You look at your account, you're like, where the hell my money go? My money is gone. Lord help me. You like your money normally goes up. You see it go down drastically. You like, what the you called, oh yeah, your husband came and withdrawal. Huh? Then you realize, damn, I'm with a whole gambler. You ain't even know. This is you gotta take the time to get to know people. I think another thing too is that people get so excited when they fall in love. Like I think people get so excited when they meet the person that's perceived to be the love of their lives. They get so excited at the possibility of what it is to be with that person that they lose all logic. I can lose a little bit of logic. I'm not gonna sit here and act like I'm just nothing crazy, okay? Because I can lose some logic, okay? But when it comes to my money, I'll wake right back up, okay? That's if you want me to listen to me carefully. Listen to me carefully. If you want me to snap out of a trance, mess with my money. I'll snap right out of that love trance in a heartbeat. I'll be like, hold the, turn right into my grandmother in 2.4 seconds. Like, we ain't doing that. I ain't that far in love. You ain't drying up. You ain't drying up all the money. You gotta know who you're marrying. Time is important. Taking time to get to know people is important. You gotta know who you're marrying. How good at y'all are at balancing the time that you give to a relationship? On a scale of 1 to 10, great at it. You give the right amount of time to the right people. One, you're horrible at it. 10, you're great at it. How good are we at managing how much time we give to our relationships, romantic relationships? I'm bad at it. Okay. Maybe not no more. Who knows? I'm not even trying it out. You know, but I've been bad at it. I'll stay too long. I'll stay too long. I think I'm at about a 4 at managing how long to stay. I'm not really good at it. I'm not gonna lie. It takes me a little second to get it. Once I get it, I'm gonna get around to getting the gist of you. It's gonna take me a second though. But I'm gonna get around to it. But it's gonna take me a little bit. I'm not good at it. I'm not good at it. I'm not the best at discernment with people. But I will get there. I'm not somebody who will never get there. I'll get there, but it'll take time. But yeah, You don't know these people. Nobody knows each other, y'all. Y'all jump into situations you don't know nothing about this person, bro. Like y'all don't know each other. Y'all don't know each other. What's the worst relationship situation that y'all have dealt with? Like, what's the worst situation dating somebody too quick or falling for somebody too quick? I got some. I got a couple little stories. I had to get a restraining order once. I did. I had to get a restraining order once. Unfortunately, yeah, it was weird. I had to get a restraining order. I did. Yep. Who cares? You gotta do what you gotta do. We're not here to judge each other. Okay, you gotta do what you gotta do. Okay. Some people won't accept no for an answer too. You have to watch who you date and who you give your attention to because if you start giving the wrong person your attention that doesn't have emotional intelligence, they might not let you end it. You might say it's over. It might only be 1 week, and they act like they ready to come destroy everything. You're like, we don't even know each other. In their heads, y'all been already married and everything. We got to be careful with who we give our time, attention, and just who we date. Marriage 1 year. Do not marry somebody before you get to 12 whole months. We're not doing that. Do not marry anybody until you get to 12 months. Okay. We have seasonal depressions. We have hidden drug addictions. We have too many things. Okay. That can be a thing. Yeah, they could be a thing. So, y'all, I'm keep sticking to it. And you can book me for private sessions at keylifecoaches.com. You can book me at any time. I am free. I am open. I am available. So go on keylifecoaches.com to see what is what's available, and you can book me. Okay. But yeah, that's it. That's what I think. I think 12 months. Give a relationship 12 months before marriage. For me, I'm always going to get a prenup. Like I just said to you earlier, I've seen people whose companies made 20 million for that year and they took a loss. You don't want to merge your finances with somebody you perceive to have more than you because they could have more expenses than what is coming in. You cannot get tricked by money, things, cars, houses. You can't get tricked by that. That could be the thing that takes you completely under. Okay. You can live a very good life. You could have several $100,000 in the bank and have a situation where you can live a very good life and merge with somebody and that's gone. That money is gone. People end in financial ruin based off other people, especially addictions. Addictions can take both of your fortunes away. Your sanity can take a lot of things. So we need to be vigilant. We can't be playing with our heart and things. I'm always going to get a prenup. So, you know, and that prenup gotta be iron tight. These people will fight your prenup. Like, damn, you just want everything. The person that loves you dearly could be your worst enemy when it's time to break up. And the lawyer start telling them what they can get. Oh, you know you could get this, and that property, and dang, you know you missing out on. And then they start finding shit that you owned and shit. Damn, just digging through all your shit, taking everything. So I gotta know these people. You gotta know these people before you enter into a marriage. And a prenup doesn't always save you. Different states be going right through the prenup. Like these lawyers just be cutting right through the prenup. Like, damn, one word not in there, and you're chicken fodder. It's not really nice. Why do people get so? Why is it so angry in love? Why do people go from love to just so spiteful and hateful and angry? Like, why? That must be already in a person, right? Like, how can you go from that to that? No, it's hard to digest. Somebody that really loves you can turn so callous, cold, calculated on you. That's why you gotta date long. I don't care what nobody says. If it's somebody you really like, date them long. Stop dating somebody you really like and you gotta just marry them. I gotta lock this down. You're ruining the relationship. You're ruining the process. You're putting pressure on the process, which is gonna more than likely break y'all up. The marriage, guess what breaks people up more than anything? Marriage. In America, at least. Cat is over in Asia. Y'all culture is different. But here, marriage breaks people up. Marriage breaks people up. The pressure, people just be wanting to go. Yeah, y'all be wanting to go. As soon as y'all get married, it's like not fun no more. Why do that? If you having a great time with the time of your life, leave it like that. We living too far in the fantasy. We messing up our happiness doing that. Like take your time. Okay, if you don't, all right. Here's the. See, you heard what she said. She just typed. We don't have divorce here. Divorce does not exist in certain cultures and countries. It just doesn't even work with their culture. And I'm gonna put you down. They're a lot happier over there than in America and Asia. Oh damn! Just annulment. Annulment is a just annulment. It's the same thing. It's over. That's all we know. I'm saying. But listen. All right. Here's the final rule of thumb for this for this. All right. What's up, Lucky Shamrock? Love is like wanting ribs, and over time, you fancy a steak. Love is like that. Okay. So, do you leave that consistent rib platter just for an occasional steak? Is that worth it when you know for a fact you'll have that rib platter no matter what happens? Is it worth jeopardizing that consistency for one steak one night? In your analogy? But the topic is how long should you date? How long are we dating people? That's the topic. How long are we dating people? How long are we giving it time? Hey Jamil, I'm good. How are you? On TikTok. But yeah, how long are we giving people? So here's the conclusion I've come to on this live, y'all. If you really like somebody, give it at least 12 months, okay? We have seasonal depressions, we have addictions. We need to make sure that that's not a thing, right? So if you really like somebody, 12 months. If you don't like somebody, we're not going past 3 months. Cat said 2 weeks, all right? Cat said 2 weeks. I'm going to go a little further. 3 months. If you don't like somebody, we're done in 3 months, okay? Oh, I asked why people fall out of love. But do you fall all the way out of love? Once you want a little steak and you get ribs all the time, do you fall all the way out of love with that person? Just because you want something a little different, you just kind of have an urge? Do you? So when y'all get married, y'all have to marry somebody that you can keep falling back in love with, because you're gonna keep falling out of love. Just like Lucky Shamrock is kind of saying, you're gonna keep falling in and out of love. So you have to kind of marry somebody that you can keep getting back to love with, because you're gonna go hot and cold. That's what it is. People are more attracted to toxicity than a consistent love anyway. That's why it gets boring. You need her to stir the pot. Are you a girl or a guy? You need the pot stirred. You need some toxicity. I bet you'd be sweating her if she's a little more toxic. We're gonna talk about those topics another time, but hold on, y'all. I can't. I gotta read that later. But yeah, so look, that's my final answer. to what's how long to date. That's it. That's it. If you really like somebody, give it 12 months before marriage. All right, real quick. I think most folks don't work on keeping love fresh. They forget why they got together in the first place. This is true. And we talked about this on a different live. The issue too is that we have so many options now, right? Like you can just go online and see 20 more women, men that look just like your partner, if not better. They'll be promising and offering a better life to you. That everything will seem so amazing and so better without your partner, right? So we get caught up into that, the options. So many options today. Whereas, 50 years ago, 30 years ago, before social media, you didn't even have access to people as much as we do. We can just see people all over the world right now. Looks amazing. Damn, look what she did for her husband. Damn, look what he did for her. Damn. That's what we're doing. So many options, so many comparisons. It's hard right now. It's actually hard. We actually had a live where we were talking about why there's a time where so much information available to us, are we the stupidest? And that's because the focus is everywhere. We're not directly focused on anything. It's just everywhere. Everything's taking our attention. You pick up your phone, it's 1,000 notifications to different things. So imagine if you're not happy at home, you're not satisfied. You pick up your phone and you see the satisfaction. Ooh, uh, uh. It, you know, it's hard to stay focused. But listen, last point, and this is it. I'm gonna say the last point one more time so y'all can get it. Okay. If you really like somebody, give it 12 months. If you don't like somebody, end it in 3 months. That's it. That's my final analysis on how long you should date. Okay? That's what I think. That's my final analysis. What y'all think about that? What y'all think about that? Let me know what y'all think about that. If you really like somebody, 12 months before any talks of marriage. Okay? It could be 2 years, whatever, but at least give it 12 months before any talks of marriage. Okay? If you don't like the person, we're not exceeding 3 months because we're dating people that we know we don't like, and we're staying in those situations because of all types of dumb, superficial things, and we're wasting our time. We're wasting our time. So we're capping it off at 90 days. Kat said 2 weeks. Kat said 2 weeks. I'm gonna put it at 90 days. We're gonna cap you off at 90 days if we don't like you. What y'all think about that? Whoever's looking, hold on real quick. I believe if young married couples spoke to older couples, it will help the longevity. But they use Google before reality. This is true. This is true. This is true. And I think a big part of that too, Lucky Shamrock, is that they don't see many people in long, happy relationships. Like they might see a long relationship, it's not happy. So they have to talk to people that they aspire, that they want that life. Who wants the life of somebody who's miserable? You understand? So it's like you see married couples that have been together forever, but they hate each other. It's like, that's not what I want. I don't even want to listen to this older couple. It's rough. Marriage is rough in this society at this time. It is rough. It's rough. 1 to 10 before we go. 1 to 10. How good are you at managing the time that you spend in a relationship, whether it's good or bad for you? 1, you're horrible at it. 10, you're great at it. Where's everybody at? I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna go off of my previous track record. I'm bad at it. I stay in the wrong relationship too long. Okay. I don't know if I would do that today. I don't think I'm bad at it today, but we'll see. I have been. I'm gonna give myself a 4. Okay. I'm bad at it. The beautiful Kat is at an 8. Of course, Kat does everything so much grandiose than I do. So much better than I do. 8 is good, Kat. You're good at it. 2, thank you, Lucky Shamrock. I'm not by myself. Yeah. I say so so Lucky Shamrock, do you stay in relationships too long or do you cut people off too fast? Which one do you do? Which one do you do? Are you staying in relationships too long that you should have been left, or are you cutting them too fast and not giving them a chance? Like, soon as they do something you don't like, you're like, I'm not seeing you again. Which one are you? Which one are you more prone to do? Let's see what y'all be doing. What do y'all be doing? How do y'all manage dating? How do y'all manage dating? We cutting people off fast or we staying too long? Which one do y'all be doing? I definitely stay too long. I know that for a fact. I usually get dumped. No. So why you say 2? 2, so it ends quicker than you would like it to. You gotta pick better people. You gotta pick more compatible people. Before you enter with, if you're usually the one getting dumped, first of all, spend the time when you're single, pouring into yourself. Making yourself very, very attractive. Okay. Studying what you like, working out, always work out. Find some sort of physical activity that you like doing, work out. Every human being looks a lot better once they work out. I don't make the rules. I wish I made the rules. If I made the rules, you wouldn't have to work out a day in your life. I don't. I don't make the rules. Uh, You know, you got to pour into yourself when you're not dating, and then once you do start finding people that you like, you got to pick the right person. You got to be single until you got to be by yourself. Because then look, you get dumped. You get dumped. Like, who has time for that? You got to pick the people. Listen, y'all. Listen, y'all. Real quick. Let's just calm down for a second. You have to look at the list of people who like you. We got to start there. Y'all just jump into stuff for people that y'all like. No. There's a list of people who like you. Okay. That's who you pick from to date. You pick from the list of people who genuinely like you for you. Go at that list and then say, that's who I like back. Yeah, you're doing it wrong. Are you a girl or a guy, Lucky Shamrock? Are you a girl or a guy? I can give you different advice depending on what it is. Are you a girl or a guy? And where are you at? Are you in America? Where are you located and are you a girl or a guy? A guy? Okay. Where are you located? Y'all got to understand too. Things work different in different cultures. Depending on where you live is going to determine Ireland. Yeah, Ireland is a lot different than America, different from Asia. Um, do you know a lot of married people? Yeah, every culture is different. The lifestyles is different. What it takes to survive is different, right? So relationships are more or less likely to work depending on where you are. That's another thing. Ireland is more similar to America than we are to Asia. I think Asia always has it more figured out, in my opinion. They're just happier. People in Ireland are not that. People over there in that area, that UK, is it gloomy? Is it gloomy all the time over there? I love the move leap year. It's in Ireland. Yeah, I'm 48. Most of my friends are hitched. Yeah. Okay. Have you ever been married? That's kind of hard. Being that age, everybody's married, probably with kids, and you're just single. So, and let me tell you, wives don't like their husbands hanging out with single friends. We're gonna get you married. We're gonna get you married, Lucky Shamrock. Make sure you subscribe because the next live, we're gonna work on getting you married. We're gonna get you there. When was the last time you were in love? Look, y'all, this is another thing too. We can bring y'all on where we can really talk. That's eventually how we are working on the lives to go. In the meantime, I'll read the comments and kind of give my advice that way on the topic. But we do want to segue into you coming on live, and you can like just talk to me directly. And in order to do that, you just have to put your email in the chat, and then we'll send you a link, and you can come right on here and talk. We could just talk without like texting back and forth. So that's what we're kind of segueing into. But yeah, Lucky Shamrock, get back on here the next time we're on. We're gonna be posting the topic each night. I'm on most nights. I don't know what time it is over in Ireland that I'll be on, but we'll be on most nights and different topics. It's all about don't know about leap year. Truly, I say 10 years ago, priorities changed, as did health. Yeah. We had a live about pain. Pain affects everything. The body is the number one priority because it's hard to get anything or even focus on happiness or pleasure or anything if the body's in pain. So yeah, we had a live about that. I think these lives will hopefully help you. The whole point of the lives is to get us from where we are to happiness. So wherever everybody is, to happiness. And I'm certain, very certain, I can get you there. So I hope to see you on the next live. Thanks so much for coming in here. TikTok, thank y'all for being on the live. And I will see y'all. Happy Valentine's Day, everybody. Happy Valentine's Day. I love y'all. I love y'all. Happy Valentine's Day. Whatever everybody is doing, I hope you have an amazing Valentine's Day. I love y'all. And I will see y'all on the next live, which will probably be Sunday or Monday, my time, Eastern Standard Time. Love y'all. I'll see y'all